for the Rockets. I don't even know if I got what. Hold on. I'll pour one for him. Hold on. I ain't got alcohol, but hold on. So we choose to run away. Do we separate? Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. Give it so we both gave up. Can't take it back. It's too late. We reached the climax. There it is. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. They talked a lot. They had a lot to say. Rockets fans have a lot to say all the time. All they do is talk. They talk and they talk and they talk. They still upset that Wemby didn't want to come there. They still upset. They've been praying for ACL tears. They've been praying for injuries for everybody. They're awful. They're awful. They're awful. They're awful. Jeez. KD's a bum. KD's not a bum, but we made it hard on him. I'll say that much. They needed Dylan Brooks. Yeah, they needed it bad. Now I have to mop my floor. Alcohol would have been worse. That would have been bad. It would have been sticky underneath my feet. Now my feet are wet. They deserved that. I don't care. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good game. It was very difficult. I'll be honest. It was very difficult to get through. But, hey, we won, I guess. It could have been better, though. Barnes and Champagny? Yeah, they came alive. That was kind of the main thing. Hold on. Let me... What I'm going to do... So we'll go over the game, and then... I'm waiting for the... Why is it still doing that? Thank you for the super chat, my boy, but... It's not coming up on the screen for some reason. Hold on. I got you. Where is it? There it is. Let's see. Let's see if we can fix that. Volumes, is it the duration that's messed up? Alert duration. I don't know. That's weird. Custom code. YouTube super chat. Huh. Wait, did your super chat come up? Your super chat didn't come up either. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Caps, but oh wait, it's Caps. Oh my god, it's Caps. Oh my god, it's Caps. All right. Let me give the shout outs now. I really hate that it didn't come up on the screen. I got to fix that. All right, so let me scroll up. Oh my god. All right, so first off, shout out to Jonesy for becoming a member. I love you. I'm in love with you, actually. Gregory Ree, oh my gosh. He says, finally saw Wemby starting to adjust to the swarming defense. All teams are now running on his third and fourth quarter. Good signs. Yeah, he adjusted for sure. All right, y'all ready for a bad take? I didn't look at it, but it's Caps. So he literally pays me money to get his bad takes out there. I don't quite understand it. It's like a humiliation fetish. He says, not gonna Sohan has been playing oh. Well, now I look foolish. Cap says, I think that was supposed to be lie. Not gonna lie. Sohan has been playing amazing. I never been a hater. I just call it how it is. I'm gonna say this. He's been playing amazing since day one. So, but yeah, I don't quite understand it. I don't know. Caps might be drunk tonight. That's the only explanation. Caps is drunk. I still got some of the water from this. There we go. All right, let me bring some stuff up. All right, we'll talk about this game. There's no need to go in like crazy depth because we literally play tomorrow. I just want to go over the post games, really. That's when we'll do our ad reads and all that. No need to do an ad read before we go to the something we barely going to talk about. Drinks up, drinks up. Unfortunately, I don't think you're allowed to drink alcohol on YouTube. I think one time we were watching, I don't even think it was a play. Yeah, it wasn't a playoff game. We were watching something and I had like a Mike Hard's lemonade or something. And yeah, you don't supposed to do that. I didn't know though. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, we got everything up. We're good to go. All right, let me see here, guys. So unfortunately my stream deck isn't working, so I have to literally do it all manually, but hey, it happens, right? All right, let's see what we got here. So let's go to Spurs, ESPN, yada yada. I don't know what I did. Sohan plays great D, mic drop. I'll be honest with you guys. You guys are actually making me very proud tonight. Like seriously, everybody is talking about Sohan. And I actually thought that it would be some negativity. Oh, wait, I should turn this back up. It was only down for the Rockets fans because we were saying rest in peace. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, I actually expected more negativity because he had like a few mishaps. So I thought everyone would key in on that. But it seems like you guys saw the nuance. You saw how well he was playing. That's cool. And you're not doing that just because we won, right? All right, crap. I forgot my thing isn't working. There we go. Stream, are you gonna act right? Are you gonna act right? All right, Wemby no foul out equals win apparently. Yeah, Wemby actually. Okay, so let me say this. I'm a rant. Because I'm not going to go deep into this game or anything like that, but I do want to rant about something. So that whole thing, you guys remember a few games ago when we went over a post game, and I thought it was very silly and very dumb when Mitch Johnson said that he thinks that it's a good thing that they played hard even though they had one foul left. It was a few games ago, and Mitch Johnson said that. And I thought that was the dumbest thing ever. Because I'm like, why would you praise the fact that they played reckless and continued to play hard despite having 5 fouls? You don't need Wemby fouling out of the game. He got to have Kobe mentality, not as in, oh, I have to take every shot, but as in, we lose if I'm not on this court. Not, oh, let me go for every block because I trust my teammates. Screw that. It's you or nothing. If you're out, our whole season's over. Hold on, if you guys don't believe me when I say he said that, hold on, I got you. Hold on, just in case you don't believe me, can I just go to my view channel? Here, let's see when he said that. Let's go to videos. I think I know the exact video. Yeah, here it is. Mitch Johnson says something weird. It was this one. I'm not gonna commit. Hold on, let's go to 704. Look at this. Look how silly this take is. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's actually really low. It was on their end.
The movable object makes it, yeah, but
you can't hear that.
I actually commended Victor and Keldon just in terms of there's a lot of guys in this league that try to not foul out this game. And so to try to make a play that you thought your team needed at that time, they called a foul.
And you can see my reaction. He literally said, I want to commend. He says, I want to commend Keldon and Wemby for playing hard despite having 5 fouls. I don't know why he said that, because then a few games later, they did the same thing and Wemby fouled out. And Sohan fouled out. And Harrison Barnes fouled out. So I don't understand why he was preaching that. But in this game, you obviously saw Wemby had 5 fouls and he played way smarter. He wasn't going for pump fakes. He wasn't going for the blocks. He's good. His defense is good enough if he's just there, you know? If he's just there. He's freakishly tall. They know that he can block his shot. He's a threat regardless. So you're not going to just try him any chance you get, right? So anyways, I was really happy with the fact that after he got 5 fouls and we put him back in, he actually plays smart, because I do not understand for the life of me Wembanyama like just flying through the air for blocks for no reason. I don't get that at all. But yeah, such a gratifying win for Mitch against Udoka. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. We're also missing a lot of players. All right, so that was one thing. That was something that I noticed that I really liked. The fact that Wembanyama actually played smart when he got too many fouls. Shouldn't have got that many fouls to begin with, but it was a lot of flopping going on. If Sochan keeps playing like this, I'll be a fan. Caps. Wait, did it come up? Did it come up on the screen? Did you guys see the super chat come up on the screen? I need to know this. This is very... Yes, it did? It was up there for like a second. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, you guys are giving me your hard-earned money, and here, let's see if we can keep it. Hold on. Now I really want to try something. All right, I'm not asking anybody to give a super chat, but next time we do, let's see if this one works, because it's another one I actually wanted to use, and I just thought it wasn't working, but maybe it does work. Okay, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe it's just the other one, the other camera angle that doesn't do it. So we'll see. We'll see. So I got it on several seconds now. Yeah, it was up there for like, it did it for 2 seconds. Okay, I saw something on my screen. I wasn't sure what it was. Anyways, sorry. Got a little off topic a little bit. So each player, what did I see? I guess I'll start with the negatives. Keldon Johnson is the most frustrating player imaginable. I'll just say it. I'll throw it out there. Keldon Johnson pisses me off and then makes me happy in the next play. I don't get it. I don't like it. It makes me confused, right? I have to ask my parents because it's something in the world I just don't understand, and I need an adult to explain it to me, because my emotions going back and forth with Keldon is so fun. It worked! It worked! Oh, wait, that wasn't long enough. I'm going to make it go longer. Hold on. Hope it works. Thank you, dude. It worked. Hold on. I'm going to make it go. That wasn't long enough. We need the whole... Hold on. Let's do 15 seconds. All right. Each time it'll be 15 seconds. Screw it. I love that guy. Bro, stop the cap. What, Keldon? Keldon pissed me off because 1 second he hit. It's the defense. It's just the defense. It's just the defense. Did you guys notice any of it? I mean, I know that we won, and I know that he had like crazy rebounds. That was some crazy offensive rebounds that he got. And that's what made me happy. I'm like, okay, there's a reason for him to be out there. And we're a plus team when he's out there, right? As far as the plus minus. Like, we're doing well when he's out there. But then, dude, on the defensive end, he was giving up so many threes. So many. It was one play in which Wemby literally had to point Keldon where to be. And there was other plays where Sochan was doing the same thing. But Sochan was kind of directing traffic on defense, honestly. But he was telling Keldon where to be. It was like, Keldon, what are you doing? Pay attention. He started ball watching. And then if you guys recall, when Wemby went down, I think he got tangled up with Steven Adams. Wemby goes down. And if Keldon Johnson would have noticed what was going on, he would have been able to protect the rim a little bit better. Like, he would have been able to make a decision, but he was ball watching the whole time, not knowing what's going on around him. Next thing you know, KD finds the hole, skips right past him, and Keldon's like, what just happened? It's like, because one of your teammates failed, and you're not really paying attention to what's going on around you. But Keldon was really good when it came to like those hustle plays, right? He was definitely a plus on his team. And one thing I've realized, this is what I've noticed, okay? This is my take. I don't think Keldon Johnson and Sochan, now I guess I've felt like this for a minute, but especially with this offense, I don't think they play that well together at all. I don't think they play together at all. That doesn't mean that I think like, oh, one of them needs to be traded. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just how this team is structured, those two don't play well together because they're both in the short posts. That's how the Spurs use them. They're both, off ball cutters. That's how the Spurs are using them. And then, on top of it, I mean, as far as them spotting up, it's pretty rare, right? So like, I don't think that those two play super well off of each other, right? I think it's pretty ugly basketball when they're out there together. Now on the defensive end, Sohan, if he's out there at all, he does a good job. Him with Wemby in particular, I really like them together because it gives Wemby an out when he gets double teamed, and Sohan's just really good at finding the space. But him and Keldon, I don't think they play well off each other. Yeah, Clay and spitting. Keldon gave Şengün the most open three at the end of the quarter for a buzzer beater for no reason. Yeah, it's like he had no intention of contesting that shot. I don't know what made him think that he was going to be able to get back in position to box out Steven Adams. I don't know what Keldon was thinking right there. Yeah, he gave him a wide open three. It was another one where he gave, I think, Reed an open three, didn't he? Didn't he give Reed Shepherd an open three? He gave Reed Shepherd an open three because he wasn't in position and Wemby was pointing where he needs to be. And there was multiple other possessions where he was just ball watching. But offensively, and because our defense is so good overall, you can kind of make up for it. And he definitely helps with the offensive end because our offense just isn't that smooth yet. So having a guy that can hustle, get those offensive rebounds, and pass it back out is huge. It is a big deal. But I'm starting to come to the realization that him and Sohan just don't look that great together. I just don't think they play well together. And it's because of how the Spurs are using both of them. Now, I'm really proud of you guys. I really am. I'm really proud of you guys. The entire chat so far. I'm proud of all of you because there's so many big people that's come in here and basically say, you know what? Sohan did well today. Sohan played good defense. Sohan did his thing. And if you look at the stats, it's the same story we always say, right? He doesn't look that great on the stat sheet. But if you're watching the game and you're paying attention, you see the impact. Now, I'm not saying 0 for 5 is good. Obviously, that's horrible. You got to do better. He also has some turnovers that I thought were really bad. He had 3 turnovers, 2 of which I thought were really bad, 1 of which I thought shouldn't have been a turnover, but that's another thing. So I'll say at least 2 really bad turnovers. And obviously coming off of injury and not playing that much in this game, it happens, right? So hopefully they'll be able to implement him correctly, and he starts to get used to things and get a little better. But the fact that you guys could see the nuance and saw that, yeah, he played really well defensively and he directed traffic really well, is huge. It shows that he did have a good game today. He helped towards winning. I'll say that. He helped. Let's see. Who else stood out to me, man? Honestly. As a chatter mentioned earlier, Victor Wembanyama figured it out, right? He started doing better. He figured it out. By the end of this game, he looked pretty doggone good. Seemed like Wemby's kind of an opportunist nowadays. Like, he's not going to just destroy you all game. It's like he turns it up when you need him. I'm starting to be convinced, though, the whole MVP thing, I don't know how likely that'll be. But with Fox back, that's going to help. Mitch Johnson. So I want to talk about this. Mitch Johnson bothered me. I don't know if he bothered you guys. But those 3 possessions he did in the fourth, when it was like 5 minutes left and he didn't play Sohan at all, I didn't understand that. Especially when you elected to sit Wemby. Understandable. He has 5 fouls. You're going to need him for the end. That's fine, right? Okay, I understand that. But, like, I know that we don't have a center, but we do have Olynyk and we do have Sohan. You didn't want to utilize either of those? You literally wanted Steph Castle to guard Şengün. The same player that, not as well as last year, but pushing around Wembanyama. 300-pound Şengün. Hold on. How? Wait, I can just ask. Hey, Alexa. How much do Şengün weigh? Oh, I can't say that.
I don't know that.
You don't know anything. All right, hold on. Şengün weight. Oh, I said 300 pounds. He's 240. But still, he's a big boy. He's very strong. So you have him backing down Wemby, doing whatever he want. But sure. Yes, let's put Steph Castle on him. Alexa useless like Mitch. Well, Mitch isn't useless. I think Mitch is a good coach. I just think he needs to figure some things out. One thing he needs to figure out is this is awful. This is absolutely awful. Okay. The fact that he goes with such tight matchups and lineups is just silly to me. I feel like this is what risk injury when you do stuff like this. We're game. I mean, what game are we in? We're in the 8th game of the season. Why the heck are we playing a lineup like this? Play a few other guys. I'm surprised that David Jones-Garcia didn't get any minutes. I'm surprised that Carter Bryant, you couldn't find use for him. If you were going to go all 5, like, defensively, so Wemby could sit, and you didn't want to play Sohan, and you didn't want to play Olynyk, why not put Carter Bryant out there? I'm not saying he would do great, but, like, it would make a little bit more sense. I don't quite understand that. That was very weird to me. But I wouldn't have thrown him in there in the middle of the 4th. I think Carter Bryant would need to get warmed up a little bit. But this really tight rotation that we're running, I don't like it. I don't like that we're doing that. I feel like we're putting a little bit too much on just a subset of players. We know Cornette's going to get his minutes. We know Fox is going to get his minutes. And hopefully we're smart enough to make sure, Sohan end up getting his minutes. Because defensively, he was really great. And I really like him out there with Wemby. That was another thing with this game. Sohan being out there as center is not a beautiful sight to see. Sohan out there with Wemby is beautiful to see. Because the way that Sohan plays, he plays off of guys like Wemby, right? And Wemby can play off of guys like him. They complement each other pretty well. Like Sohan, I'm not saying he needs a Wemby because we've seen plenty of games where he had good games and Wemby didn't play. But I do think that he plays the best when he's out there with Wemby. Because Wemby is a very smart player and he can find them. And that's another thing. There was about 5, I think I counted 5 cuts in the second quarter in which the Spurs just absolutely missed Sohan. Like, just missed them. Easy buckets, missed them. Every time he got the ball, it was a little difficult. And I'm glad he didn't go up for some of those shots. It was really difficult for him to, make something happen in those situations. But for the most part, we had some really easy baskets we could have gotten, and they just missed them. I don't understand that. Maybe getting Fox back will help, but I'm sorry. Like, everyone on the team should be able to recognize that you have an open cutter to the rim, period. It wasn't that, it shouldn't be that tough on them. But yeah. Anyways, Keldon is better than Jeremy Fan. Open your eyes. You just don't know basketball. But Keldon played well, but his defense was really bad. But yeah, unfortunately, you just don't know ball, my boy. A little more explain. I mean, yeah, really, like, explain. Floor's yours. Yeah, you just don't know ball, my boy. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. What'd you say? Are you serious? Thank you. Oh, was that when I was talking about Keldon earlier? And you talk trash to the spoiled fans? You think the Rockets deserve our best? Wait, are you talking to me? And you talk trash to the spoiled fans? You think Rockets deserve our best? Wait, I don't think you're talking to me. Are you talking to me? I made fun of Rockets fans at the beginning of the stream. I hate them. Clan, you can't just say someone don't know ball because they don't like your favorite player. Yeah, I can. I can say that. I can say it again. Hold on. Let me go back to the comment, and then I'll say it again. Okay, I can't find the comment, but he said Keldon is better than Sohan. All right, let's just act like I just read it. And now it's my turn. You don't know ball. There we go. See, I just did it. It's not about not liking Sohan, by the way. It's not about not liking Sohan. It's just that blatant statement. I think that's just a little silly. Especially when you had Keldon give up so many shots. I will say that Keldon was like fine offensively. I mean, he didn't shoot that well, but as far as like the hustle plays, getting those rebounds, those were huge. Those are really important. And I liked what I saw. I mean, 5 offensive rebounds from Keldon, bro. Those opportunities were huge. But those are things that people see. What you don't see usually is great defense unless it results in a turnover, right? And Sohan is just one of those players that he doesn't. He's not like Carter Bryant, where I think Carter Bryant will force a lot of turnovers, right? Sohan isn't really like that. He just plays really great defense. There were many occasions where he played great defense. His guy didn't score, but then the Rockets got an offensive rebound because the San Antonio Spurs didn't have a center out there. Hold on. How long does it go? Yeah. Caps. Clan, you can't just say someone don't know ball because hey, you can't give me money and say that. I already read it. Take your money back. Silly goose. You just wanted to see Nacho dance. That's all that was. You just want to see Nacho dance. KJ hater. I don't hate KJ. I like KJ. I like Keldon a lot. He just gives me whiplash. One moment I'm like, what was that defensively? And then the next moment I'm like, whoa, Keldon, great job. Great rebounds, my boy. He made up for it, obviously. I mean, he made up for it. But yeah, we just need our people back, man. What do you think about Castle plus 25? Castle's, yeah, I didn't even talk about Castle. Castle's defense was insane today. His defense was insane today. 13 assists. I didn't even realize he had that many assists. Okay, I'm not going to do the dance every time, but punch of a boy. I want that to live forever. No one's using that GIF. I need it to live forever. Anyways, how do you feel about Jackals? KJ hater, love. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Dude, Amazon is doing an incredible broadcast. I never seen anything like that. They had a fan mic'd up. Did you guys see that? They had a fan mic'd up. I never thought of anything like that. That was cool. Amazon and NBC are doing so much more than ESPN has done. Yeah, and they actually watch the games. Like, you watch a halftime show and it's like, oh, they actually watch the games. Unlike Kenny, Shaq, and Chuck. Luka over Jeremy Sohan? Well, yeah. Luka Doncic is better. I know zero ball. Wait, little Mo. Luka Doncic? I would trade. Look, let me say this, okay? If we had to trade a multitude of players for a superstar, buy Sohan. I'm just saying, as far as his role and what he brings to the team, it's very valuable. It's only his second game. His first game back was really impressive. It's just that the Spurs overall sucked. But what was it, like? I think in 23 minutes he gave us 16 points. Like, he was on fire in that first game. Clay, you doing a post game tomorrow night? Yeah. Of course. Semantic? Wait, what's the semantic? Most obvious statement, bro. Water's wet. Is that the statement? Lindy Waters, yeah, him not playing either is kind of weird. I know his defense wasn't the best, but like, it seems like Mitch Johnson tries things and then it doesn't work for like a few minutes and then he just like, okay, you sit forever, right? Like Lindy Waters out there, he's a -7. I don't believe Lindy wouldn't have like contributed better than that. But yeah, anyways, sorry. Castle's 13 assists is definition of empty stats. I'm actually shocked he had 13 assists. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of hard to comment on because, God, this is gonna sound like hater territory. 13 assists is a lot of assists, but it kind of felt like DeJounte Murray's assists. You know what I mean? Where like maybe just like simple dump offs, not anything where you're like genuinely creating. One thing that he did do though, it was a lot of connector assists. Actually, I do remember that, where it wasn't necessarily him having the ball running point, rather pass to him and he make the right pass after, which that's what he was great at UConn. He's more of a connector. He's not somebody who's just going to run point all game and be successful. He even had like a terrible turnover near the end of this one. He's leading the league in turnovers, by the way. Yeah. clan, that's uncalled for. What'd I say? Oh, the DeJounte thing? Frozen? Is the stream frozen? What do you mean? He also had direct assist 13. No, that's what I mean when I say connector. Am I using that term incorrectly? Not anymore? Oh, okay, cool. I don't know if I'm using that term incorrectly. But it was just one of those where he's posted up. I mean, not posted up. He makes the extra pass, and then that's the assist, which was really good. He did have he had an alley-oop to Wemby that was really sick, and he also had a. Oh wait, that wasn't. No, that was him. That was him. He had a really great pass to Sohan. It didn't result in a shot, obviously, if you watched it, but it was really beautiful pass. So he did good. He did good today. Defensively, though, he was a monster, absolute monster, filthy, disgusting. He was great, and he's going to be much better with next to an actual point guard. So those are kind of my only takes from this game. Honestly, is the post game up yet? Anybody? You guys know? Does anyone know if the please admit Keldon is better than Sohan? I don't believe that. Castle, a glue guy, he can do whatever that's needed. Exactly. KJ rocking it out. More to come. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know how I feel about Keldon and Sohan being on the court together, though. I think they're going to have to figure that out. Because both I don't know. Maybe it'll have to be one of those situations where if they're both on the court, then one of their roles have to change a little bit. But the Spurs are using both of them in the short post, and it works. It's been working really well. And Sohan did have a really nice pass to Keldon for a layup, and that was pretty nice. But both of their roles are very similar. So we'll see the adjustments once we get a point guard, and the adjustments once Cornette's actually back, because that's going to change a lot. I'm so tired of seeing Sohan run center. It's driving me crazy. It's really stupid. One Piece turning up. Dang, bro, I got to catch up on One Piece. I'm like 1,000 episodes behind. Devin needs to shoot better. Devin went 4 for... Oh, good God. Hold on. Devin Vassell game log. Let's see. Last game, 33%, 35%, 22%, 37%. Yikes. He only had a good percentage for 2 games this season out of 8. So you don't really care about it when you're winning, you know what I mean? But that's pretty rough, y'all. I'm not even going to front. Because how many, let's see, overall was percentage like 40? Yeah, it's 40% right now. That is not good. 34% from 3, that's not good for him either. And his overall percentage is down. Yeah, like right now, literally percentage-wise, scoring-wise, even from the free throw line, he's having, so far, obviously a lot of games to go, so far the worst season since his sophomore year. He got to step up. Devin equals trade him? Nah. Devin sucks, we've been known. Well, another thing, too, is once you have a lot of it comes down to having a legit point guard. But we just looked so much better when Dylan Harper was running things when he was actually out there. And it'll be the same thing when Fox. It'll be much better, actually. Fox is better than Dylan, obviously. I love watching Sohan and Castle play defense. And can we give Keldon credit for giving us life when Wemby is struggling? Yeah, for sure. That's what you kind of need from him, right? Like, he has to be a spark plug. He's been really great as far as getting to the rim. Me sitting around and like crying about his defense, I think I kind of said this last season. Like, it's not really on him. I feel like it's just a matter of Mitch Johnson recognizing, like, okay, this is pretty harmful right now. Let's take him out for a sec. But it was really bad when he had like the small ball lineup. I don't know what we were thinking there, but that's not Keldon's fault necessarily. Pace setter, for sure. He looked good. He was fine. Fox is salivating. Excited for tomorrow. So yeah, I guess that's what we found out, is that it wasn't necessarily that he couldn't go today. It was that the Spurs didn't want to play him on a back-to-back. So I guess that makes sense. So we'll get him tomorrow. Which I'm wondering, the question is, okay, so the Pelicans haven't won a game, right? And the Spurs want him to go up against the Pelicans. This Rockets game was a really tough game. Maybe the Spurs didn't want him to play the Rockets because of how physical it would be and him coming off of an injury, maybe? And then they rather elect, because you could have easily played him in this game and then not played him in the Pelican. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Sorry. I'm childish. Oh, I was dancing and I got a response to this super chat. Admit Keldon carried this win. Keldon helped significantly with this win. Okay? I don't think anybody carried this win. I think it was a pretty good group effort defensively, mostly, that carried the win. But Keldon Johnson did well. Okay? All right. This was a big win. Oh, Pelicans won 2 games. This was a big win. Spurs stay atop of their division. And let's see. NBA standings. And as far as the NBA standings so far, the San Antonio Spurs are 3. That Lakers lost, man. We're 3. It's okay. We're ahead of the Nuggets right now. And maybe tomorrow. No. Even if we tie with the Lakers, they will still have one up on us, right? Isn't that how that works? It's a head-to-head. So they play tomorrow, too. So they'll get a win tomorrow. So we'll probably remain 3rd if we win tomorrow. And I don't think Zion is playing. Isn't Zion hurt? Yeah, Zion's hurt. So the only person we'll have to worry about is Trey Murphy. So we should be able to put on a show. Yeah, we should be able to put on a show tomorrow. It's a team effort win. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like Keldon didn't carry the win, but Keldon was really good role player tonight. He did good. Defensively, that was horrid though. I mean, let's be real. And that's the thing. Keldon's been better defensively throughout this season. He still was ball watching, but this was pretty horrible. Even by his standards this season, it was pretty bad. But it is what it is. And I can say the same thing with Sohan. You guys want me to talk about Sohan offensively? I thought Sohan made some really great cuts, and his teammates didn't find him. But at the same time, when he had the ball in his hands, he had some really bad turnovers. But yeah, had some really bad turnovers. But he did have the 2 greatest free throw shots of all time off of a flop. Shout out to Manu Ginobili. He's really teaching us. Well, no, he didn't teach Castle how to flop. Castle's flop the other night was pretty horrible. You got to learn how to flop better. You got to do better. Know what I mean? All right, let's see what we got here. So, any post games up? Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the club and she choosing. I'll be transparent, guys. I never knew what your girl choosing meant. I'm a big fan of hip hop, obviously. I know all the slang. Due to my complexion, it just kind of comes in your DNA. But choosing, that was one, even as a kid, I don't get it. Is it just like she's choosing who she wants in the club, or is it something else? Is there more nuance to this? Clan lover of flop. I love flops. Clan, don't encourage floppers. So many foul baiters in this league already. I agree. But after that Lakers game, I wish we could have flopped a little bit more because, oh my God. And also, one of our favorite players of all time, Manu Ginobili, was a flopper. And you can tell me that he wasn't. You're like, oh, but he has so much heart and he hit so many game winners and he just played so hard every single night and he did all these things. But what about the moments? Yes. And he also flopped. Come on now. I always thought it was choosy. No, it's like your girl choosing. What? Well, the Tuesday song is, and she choosy, but like always more nuance in KJ's game. Like, there's no nuance to KJ's game, but let me see. Let's see. All right, y'all ready to learn? She's choosing can mean she in the process of making a difficult decision. In the slang context, it can also mean that she is admiring or finding something or someone to be very desirable, though the usage is more dated. Another slang meaning is that she is selecting someone to be her partner or oh, it is that? Okay. Well, I thought it might have been more to it. I never actually looked into what it was. I just assumed context that that's what that meant. It's kind of like when they say she's going. You know what I'm saying? Nobody says that anymore, do they? Am I showing my age by saying that? She going? They don't say go. Nobody says going no more. Like, she going. Nobody says that. Flopping doesn't count when you wear a Spurs jersey. True. Clan old? Yeah. I'm a little old. Guys, isn't it crazy? I'll be doing this forever. I'll be on this channel forever. Can you imagine? 80 years old. What up, chat? Sohan was the greatest player we ever had. With Wemby at right corner. You showed your age when you said you know all the slang. Hello, fellow kids. Where's the new hippity hopping jig? I don't know. I was trying to think older stuff. 81-year-old hating on KJ. Yeah, I'll still be doing it. I'll have a heart attack on stream. That'll be my last words. KJ can't play defense. We take those W's. Yeah. I guess we're just not going to get it tonight. That's okay. Well, no, they usually drop it like on the hour, right? So maybe in the next 5 minutes we'll get it, or 4 minutes we'll get it. Because that's what I want. That's what I want to see. All right, screw it. For the heck of it, let me see this one. I didn't watch this.
For sure. Is there a limit on him? Or is he ready to hit the ground running? He's had a really, exhaustive ramp up. So we're going to let him go a little bit. I mean, again, it'll be his first game in whatever months. But he has definitely hit every rung and been very, very patient. And so it'll be fun to get him back tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Batman.
The back-to-back factor in him not coming back tonight, you don't want to play him both ends.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the idea of there's no way he was going to play both games. And so a day later is always probably better than a day earlier. But that would be my very novice explanation. You know, the medical's always smarter than me.
You've talked a lot about having a whole training camp to install what you want to install and get your feet wet.
No cap chat, big ups for the tea, putting fries in the bag. What? What? At no point anyone said that. At no point. Clan, we can't hear. I can't hear. This their audio. Clan, we can't hear, but turn it up. I can't turn it up. This. You think I'm Ebdani? I'm not Ebdani. Turn the volume up. Well, I guess you guys are him. I can't turn the volume up. How does it go? My bad. It's okay, Phyllis. I'm not mad at you. I love you.
Were you able to install De'Aaron stuff in the preseason? I mean, I'm sure that was kind of a hurdle to overcome in terms of working.
This isn't even post game. This is pre-game.
And how do you think that's going to go?
Yeah, there's been a lot of that in terms of, just in general, answering your question, we can't put in a whole bunch of different stuff every single game based on who's available because it changes so rapidly at times. So we have to have an identity and a base of a program that just operates consistently. And then obviously there's stuff that can be tailored to or focus on some of your bigger characters, obviously, in the game, and he's one of them. And so I do think there'll be obviously aspects of our team or things that we may focus on or try to exploit when he's on the court because he's...
Okay, but we can't be too mechanical here, right? Like, he basically said, like, okay, we can't change up too many things from game to game because you never know who's available and who's not, so we need a system that works. Completely understand that, completely get it, but you can't be too mechanical. Like, some of these games, it's like, all right, we need a little creativity, right? The system is not working. We need on-the-spot, change it up for this game. Like, you can have a baseline of this is how we play, and this is what we do, but if that's not working, then you got to do something different. Like, I think back on the Dallas Cowboys with Jerry Jones, not Jason. Oh my God, I hate Jerry Jones, but Jason Garrett. When Jason Garrett was the coach, they had this offense where it was basically run DeMarco Murray to death, right? Like, that was it. It was, hey, you audible when you need to, Romo, but we're gonna run him to death. That's the offense. But then what happens when they do figure that out? I mean, they got some really great offensive linemen, so you didn't really struggle with it that much. But what happens when teams do figure that out? What happens when you can't run the ball? What adjustments are you going to make on the fly to help us get this offense going? And I feel like with the Spurs, it's been, yeah, everyone has their role and that's great, but teams are going to adjust. They're going to get better. So then what? Like, in the middle of the game, what are we going to do? Not saying change the whole system. It can still be, hey, this is your role, and this is how we play. And if that don't work, okay, now we're gonna make some tweaks. Now we're gonna put in some different guys. I'm not a coach. I've only watched Popovich for 30 years, but I'm not a coach. Well, it wasn't 30. For me, I think I've watched Popovich like 20 years. I think. I became a Spurs fan later than a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys were born into it. I became one over time. You know what I'm saying? You need to ask Pop how to coach more. There was an image. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. There was an image of them. Let me see. Oh, I upset somebody. He deleted his post. I upset somebody. Yikes. Sorry. Yeah, this image. Gosh, I can't use my Stream Deck. I feel so primitive. Hold on, I gotta do it like this. There we go. Yeah, see? A couple of coaches cutting it up. I think that's like Popovich's go-to spot, man. Every time we see Pop, that's where he's at. And this is Kane right there. Every time we see him, that's where he's at. Is that a beer? No, that's probably water, right? Father and son, for sure. Fox replaces Fasell in the starting lineup. No, I wouldn't do that. I would have Fox replace Castle, honestly. I would have Fox replace Castle. That's what I would do. I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, I would have him replace Castle probably. Or maybe not. I don't know. Replacing Devin isn't crazy. That's a good question on how they're going to go about this. No. I'm not overthinking this. I'm having him replace Castle. I have him replace Castle. Because we can start off pretty hot offensively. But I don't like the fact that we're not really setting the tone. And then I don't really like that too because if you put Castle out and you're not starting Sohan yet, then your defense is literally what? Wimby and Fox. Fox is a pretty good defender. Devin Vassell's an okay defender. He's pretty good. Champagne's pretty good. Yeah, you just have like pretty good defense. But when Wimby's out there, that helps a lot. I don't know how I feel about it. Too many turnovers. Well, the problem too is that he has the ball in his hands a significant amount of time, and being a facilitator, the main facilitator, that's what screws you over, right? So, that's what messes you up. Let's Castle play the 2 in the starting lineup. I guess I'm okay with that. You need defense. Maybe I'm okay with that. Devin coming off the bench. I definitely wouldn't move Devin to the 3. I don't know. There we go. Okay, I'm not doing the dance again. Anyone else ready to see the Fiesta colors on court? Oh, is that tomorrow? I didn't realize that was tomorrow. He can still knock down quarter threes at a respectable clip. Who are we talking about? Okay, no disrespect, but like if you're talking about Castle has been like kind of horrible shooting wise. Oh, okay. That's cool. Dope. Vassell? Yeah, no. I'm good. All right, let's see what else he was talking about.
Elite at some of that stuff. So it's kind of a yes or no question, I guess, but I try to be clear on that.
He's still a little ways away.
He's trending. I mean, he's done some work and he's getting there. Yeah, I hope to expect him back soon.
I guess there's also a game tonight, huh?
There's a game tonight against a pretty good team.
What's the?
They're not gonna post it. They're literally not gonna post it. This is driving me crazy. I take out Barnes. Castle is strong enough to play on the wing. Screw it. I'm okay with that. Wait, and then who runs power forward? You're putting, who we got running power forward? I'm good. I don't know. We'll see. It's one of those situations where basically whatever Mitch Johnson does, I don't think it's like a bad move. I honestly think he'll just replace Castle. I know you guys don't think that, or I'm assuming that's what'll happen. But Fox, Castle, Devin Vassell, the other way around. Devin Vassell, Castle, and then Barnes, I guess. I would start Sohan, but they don't want to do that right now. Luke is going to be huge. But I don't know if he's back. He's not back tomorrow, I don't think. I saw him like wobbling on the court. Oh, Fiesta colors, they're on Wednesday. Okay, they're not tomorrow, guys. They're on Wednesday. That would be cool. So they play what? Monday and Wednesday? So they'll play Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. It's cool that we're getting every other day because, positions are pointless to discuss. To an extent. To an extent. Unless you're like literally putting Devin Vassell at power forward. Then I think that's worth discussing. I'll tell you this: positions didn't look positionless when Mitch Johnson took out Wemby and then put in a big man and had Castle on Şengün. That didn't look positionless. But he would definitely be the dunker spot a lot more than Fox. I don't even know who we're talking about anymore. Dude, I wanna look at the post game, but nothing's coming up. All right, screw it. See what we can find here. Don't stop till you get enough. It's the feeling now. You guys gonna watch that Michael Jackson biopic? I might see it. I might go see it. Biopic. Michael Jackson. All right, let's see here. All right. Well, screw it. It's fine. What we'll do, I won't wait for that. We know what happened. I do want to bring this up. It's the feeling now. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Okay. Okay. Postgame just came up? Okay. Ooh. All right. I was going to go over something different. I was like, all right, they're going to take forever. Because sometimes they just post it in the morning. I literally went live at the perfect time so we can catch it. Okay, so you said it just came up? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Also, the NBA Cup confuses me. It really confused me. Yeah, the Jackals leader came off poorly, in my opinion. Talking about how Cassidy wanted to hug him in a weird way. What? Oh, the reporter? Look, that's not his fault, okay? That's not his fault. That's the network's fault for posting that part. If the guy's just being dumb and like, hey, dude, she was really into me. I mean, this is him being dumb. I'm what they're considered woke, okay? I'm very woke, all right? Somebody on Twitter today called me a woke libtard, okay? So I'm very woke. I'm as woke as it gets. I'm a leftist, so I'm very woke, or whatever. But like that right there is not. That's not a big deal. I think they shouldn't have posted that though. It was just some silly dude being silly. Like, I don't know. Boosting up his own ego. I think she really liked me, dude. Okay. All right. If you say so. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm really looking forward to that Vince Gilligan show, though. I am going to be watching that. Hold on. I'm giving it a second, guys, because I don't know if they're going to post, like... I'm assuming they're going to post Wemby. So I'm giving it a minute. I'm pretty conservative. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chandler. I don't know. It felt lame to me. Not a big deal, but lame. It was lame. It was definitely lame, but they just shouldn't have put it on TV. Clan, sorry I had connection issues. You don't have to apologize to me, man. It's okay. I'm sure I'm very wide awake. Let's go. Super woke. Super woke. Underneath this cap, I have blue hair. or whatever they say. Breaking news: Klay Thompson wants to trade to a contender. Lindy Water for Klay straight up. Shut up. Is that true? It's okay, clan. Nothing personal. Just respect my right-leaning self. You seem like a pretty smart person, so I'm just going to say you're ill-informed, and yeah, I respect you. I love you. I love you, man. What the heck? Yo, Klay Thompson, hasn't he been playing pretty awful? What? Dude, you weren't lying? Yo, what the heck? Klay Thompson sends message after unexpected Mavericks decision. Mavericks guard Klay Thompson came off the bench for the first time since joining the team last season. Oh, God. Was he upset about that? Because, like, the same thing happened with the Warriors. But instead of frustration, Thompson responded with calm confidence and a message that showed his belief in what's still... Oh, what are we talking about? I don't mind. I'm going to play. I'm going to do great things. That's coming. I know it is. This is rage. This is clickbait. That was 10 hours ago. What's this say? Reportedly at a breaking point. I'm trying to see anything this. Okay, there's no... He apologized to Megan Thee Stallion? He apologized for being late to the airport? I'll apologize for saying not saying Miss Stallion. I'll apologize for anything. Megan Thee Stallion? I'll apologize for anything. I don't care. Whatever she want me to apologize for, I don't care. I'm sorry I was late, babe. There's no excuse. He was late picking her up from the airport. That's kind of sweet. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of sweet. Megan is gorgeous. What are we talking about? Megan is thick. Megan isn't even a baddie. Tyler, are you okay? Tyler just got bad. Well, I don't know. No, I'm gonna assume Tyler, you have bad takes with everything. That's like the worst take ever. Or maybe like all the possible worst takes you have went all into like Megan Thee Stallion, and then you have good takes with everything else. I don't know. That's crazy. She looks like Angel Reese. You're actually insane. You're actually crazy. Yeah. Yeah, someone check on Tyler. Tyler going through it today. Tyler got broken up with today. No one's a baddie. No one's a baddie. Oh, well, I'm such a nice guy. He pulled the Will Smith, the Fresh Prince. Why don't she want me, man? Tyler, you're going to go on that whole rant, and then that's how it's going to end. Megan Thee Stallion is not bad. She's not talented. She's not a good writer. She's not a good rapper. Her tights are not that nice. Why don't she want me, man? No, Tyler crazy. Jalen Duren, 30 points, 11 rebounds. Sohan, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Whoa, that means Jalen Duren is like way better because he had a good game. Who is Megan? I don't know anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I've been stalling this whole time just to see if the other video will be posted, but look, we at least got Mitch Johnson. All right. That was just my stall. Stall over. It's all over. All right. So before we take a look here, if you guys want to check out today, wait. There we go. All right, almost forgot to do something. If you guys are interested at all in today's sponsor, which is Sleeper, just use promo code CLAN. You get a 100% match up to $100. What is Sleeper? It is daily fantasy sports. So it's very simple. You get onto the app, you scroll down. There's a bunch of over, unders, more, less. What do you think they're going to score, right? So there's Jalen Green. I'm going to go with more than 16 points. I'm just being nice today. Dylan Brooks, you suck, and I am very biased. I'm going lower than 2 rebounds. So, or well, lower than 3 rebounds. So anyways, if you guys are interested whatsoever, go check it out. Use my promo code. And also there's a section here. If you don't like daily fantasy sports at all, you can go over to the NBA section, or I guess any section really, in the social media tab. And you can see all the different stats. You can see different highlights. You can see injury reports. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. I'm just going to look at that for a minute. Tear to my eye. But yeah, so many different things. Go check it out, and it's very fun. 6'7"? 6'7". Why you keep posting 6'7", Jackson? I know what it means. I'm not old. I'm not that old. I know that it means nothing. It's just a little fun little thing. Little fun crazy thing kids do nowadays. All right, let's take a look. Mitch Johnson on first win in NBA group play.
Dictate a lot of action.
You guys aren't going to be able to hear a word of this, dog. I'm going to go ahead and turn this down. I'm going to turn my music down. Did I just get a super chat? I got a super chat, but I didn't. I'm going to try something. Hold on, I'm going to try something. Why is it going off like that? Oops. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. That probably scared you guys. All right, let's listen.
And I think a little bit.
I can't hear you, Batman. Speak up.
Rightfully so. It's hard to replicate that or prepare for that when you haven't seen it.
Oh, it did work. Look. So I added where you can put, like, the message is going to show up on the super chat too. Yeah. And his message is 6'7". Thank you.
And just really proud of those guys stepping up and making a variety of plays all over the game.
Clan check Spurs channel. I'm on Spurs channel. Yeah.
Hitting those threes like that make it a lot easier for everyone. For women.
Wait, was it different?
Spacing. They did a great job spacing some monster offensive rebounds that allowed those threes to be attempted, and some really, really good plays in terms of creation by Victor and Steph, getting multiple bodies to the basket.
I didn't even know I had a hotkey.
To make plays.
What's my hotkey?
Victor kind of figured out as the game went along about how.
Oh, these are my hotkeys.
You know, I don't think it's some epiphany or anything. I think he slowed down and allowed the reads to unfold. When he gets the ball and we space properly, teams have to decide to guard him one-on-one or to bring multiple bodies. It's really not, there's no secret. There's no, and so when he does that, because he is so cerebral, he's able to make reads and we get really, really competent quality possessions. And I thought he did a really good job of that. He can still play with pace and not play.
I understand what he's saying as far as it really does come down to give Wemby the ball. Teams are going to have to choose. Either you're going to double team or just get killed by him. I completely understand that. That's every team with a phenomenal superstar. But at the same time, sometimes we're having a hard time getting Wemby the ball. And I feel like just a few different sets or just get a little bit more creative will help Wemby get the ball a little easier. Because sometimes they're not even allowing him to get the ball and it's forcing turnovers near half court sometimes, I don't know. Wemby vid is up now? Yes. Okay. We'll go over this in the Wemby one. It'll be all one big segment.
Faster in a hurry.
These last 2 games, you've been getting him the ball facing up a lot more, kind of further out. How has that allowed him to see the court better and like hit Steph rolling?
How do I turn this up? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, y'all.
You know, some of these teams we played recently have made a really concerted effort to pack the paint and not let him get catches in space around the rim. And
There's no way to.
You know, it's tough at times to hit him on deep rolls when there's multiple people and he's getting bumped and whatnot. And so he's done a good job at times to find his spots and space and matchups he likes. And he's done a good job of securing possessions on the catch, and then we space around him. And he's done a really good job of just taking what the defense gives him. He made a couple shots. He had a couple drives that were physical through contact. And then when everybody was ball watching, because he is who he is, he made his teammates better, and that's hard to guard when you're trying to guard 5 guys, but then also try to show him multiple bodies in the crowd.
Sohan's second game back. What are you seeing as far as him getting back to the flow, getting back to the rhythm?
Oh, they asked about Sohan. I, for the love of me, want to hear Mitch Johnson talk about Sohan because he got really mad. But I couldn't tell if he got mad at Sohan because I'm not even sure if that was I think that was the play where I thought they shouldn't have called a travel. I thought it was kind of a weird travel call there. But he got really mad. Sohan remained in the game, and he did well defensively for the rest. But, yeah, I'm curious what he has to say. But I think they're just trying to get him into the swing of things.
Just energy, defense. Had a couple really good plays that, you know, typically would have finished, or was just a little we had a few of those in the first half where it felt like it was a good possession, then something happened, and I think the speed of the game got us all a little bit just rushed. It's hard, again, the way they play and the physicality, and you're trying to beat that down the court, but then
That's true too. Like even this Spurs team that's been playing at a pretty fast pace, and you know getting these types of looks, they've gotten it for several games now, right? Sohan just now coming back. That last game, he's basically being thrown into the fire with it, so he has to adjust too. So I think that's a good point.
You know, there's a lot of length and size, whether you're making a pass or a finish, but it's really good to have Jeremy back, and he brought a lot of energy.
Jordan had as high as a Spur 9 points. How has he filled in, you know, with the depth being what it is at guard?
Yeah, that's what we expected.
He should be mad. He should be mad at Castle for taking all those 3-pointers. He was pretty mad at Castle for those turnovers, man. But he's not a point guard. Yeah, I know Project Marvel was approved.
I'm back. He's a professional, mature adult, great teammate who's a really, really cerebral and skilled basketball player. He did a good job of playing through the zone. And, again, when they didn't guard him, he made some plays for himself and got some guys shots. And this is a good example of how simple basketball can be very effective.
What do you make of Keldon's ability, the way he's developed into a guy that hits the offensive glass the way he does? I think he had 5 tonight.
Yeah, it's a game changer. His embracing his role and giving himself to the team.
I feel like Keldon never not been like that. I feel like he's never not been like that, giving himself to the team. Harrison Barnes interview is up. I don't know if I want to go over Harrison Barnes interview. I don't know.
Is fun to watch, and it's also been very effective, so it's really fun to coach him, and he allows me to coach him really hard.
Steph and Juju had some huge offensive rebounds in crunch time too. How do you feel like Keldon's dedication to the glass is starting to permeate around the locker room?
It's definitely one of those things that can be contagious. You know, extra passes, offensive rebounds, some of those things when you're trying to build it as an identity, if you can have a catalyst or two.
No, I love Barnes. I'm just saying that I can predict what he's going to say, you know? Whatever, just saying. I can predict what he's going to say. That's all. It's not that I don't like Barnes. I like Barnes. Clay hates Barnes, obviously. Means Sohan doesn't start. No, that's not true. I like Barnes. Barnes was great tonight. It's just he's predictable. Okay, tell me, you guys saw the video. How long is it?
Really carry the group, then sometimes you get some other people joining the club, which is always good.
Y'all baiting me.
He's been huge.
He's
for
a
that
bit
for us.
robotic. Yeah.
Coach, when Harrison's hitting from deep, the way he
That's Carolina Teague. We're friends with Carolina Teague. We interviewed Carolina Teague. You guys remember that? She's nice. Carolina Teague is a fine person. She is a fine person. Very pleasant to speak to. Like 6 or 7 minutes long. I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes long.
Tonight, how much does it simplify the game for Victor and the rest of the offense?
Yeah, I think there's been times where, we.
Thanks for the super chat.
whether
Oh,
it's
3?
turned
What does
down
that mean?
shots or we haven't had the proper spacing to get the right shots. When we space properly, we get really good looks because of how teams guard us, and specifically Vic, obviously. And so when Harrison and all those guys that are in those positions can knock them down, it can be really effective because then it makes it tough on the defense to choose what they're going to take away.
Hey, don't talk about Carolina. We're friends with Carolina Teague over here. Don't talk about her. But some of her tweets I disagree with. Some of them. But she's cool. All right, let's see. Let's go to Spurs. Guys, I don't want to go over Barnes. You're friends with her, not my homie. I guess that's fair. All right, let's go over Wemby. Wemby speaks up, I think.
I think
Wait, this has stable audio.
I mean, we
Will it change if I unclick stable audio? All right, what happens? Oh, God. Never mind. Is this in 4K? Is there a 4K? And it's only 1080p.
You talk about is there anything y'all did differently? Was it just a matter of just effort, or?
I think our defense being good consistently. I mean, we conceded 50 points in the first half, I think, which is good. But
I was thinking that too. In the first half, the San Antonio Spurs played horribly offensively. Like, we did not look well together whatsoever. But I was like, they only have 50 points. I was like, that's actually really impressive. I felt like we were going to win this game because of the defense alone. But we got to clean up that offense. If the Spurs clean up their offense, man, bro.
We knew.
I might even go. What just happened? Wemby? Did he say something that the Spurs didn't like, so they had to, like, axe it? Hello? Your audio is so loud. Oh, my mic? Sorry. Nothing I can do about it. I guess I could change it. What just happened?
Second half, you talk about is there anything y'all did differently? Was it just a matter of just effort?
Needed to focus on rebounding, and even though we did, they still got a few offensive rebounds. Let me see. Steven Adams, 3 offensive rebounds. It's below his average, but you know that he was one of our focus, and the whole team is a team job.
Exactly. Harrison Barnes is like tofu for the Spurs. Exactly. Like, you know he's good for you. You know he's gonna be flexible and come in clutch in many different ways. But if you had a choice, would you choose the tofu? You know it's good for you. But would you choose the tofu? You're probably not going to choose the tofu.
Individually, Vic, 3 sort of slow starts in a row. Have you seen a trend there? Any commonality? And also, what kind of clicked to bounce you out of this last one?
Yeah, of course, we see trends. We see, just experience. From there's a difference from never facing this kind of defense before.
Hold on.
And also, what kind of clicked to bounce you out of this last one?
Hey, right wingers, what do you see when you close your eyes?
Yeah, of course, we see trends.
Okay.
we see, just experience from there's a difference from never facing this kind of defense before, and now 3 games later, or 4 games later or whatever. But we're trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out, and it's supposed to be better and better. It's gonna be
What's up, man? Thanks for the super chat.
It's only gonna
KJ03.
What was the difference in the second half tonight for you?
The difference? I don't know. I need to look at the game again. It's hard. It's all mixed together right now.
When you guys surged in the fourth, you had a lot of really good spacing with Julian and Harrison. Was that a factor?
Maybe. Maybe. I think so.
Second game with Sohan back. What do you like that he's been bringing the last 2 games?
I mean, he does. He does what he does. The energy, being a pest on the ball, and he's just a very valuable player. And he's also made himself valuable on offense, which is good. So yeah, it's great to see him on the court.
Going back to the 2-handed free throw shot, or just want to go back to the 1-handed?
He shot free throws today.
Last game he has. But,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's been a while since he got back to 2-handed free throws.
Julian had the tough end to the game in LA. How nice is it to see him bounce back with the game he had today?
It's really nice, of course, but I never had any doubt. I've seen him. I've worked alongside him for months. I've seen him for months, work how he works and what he can do shooting-wise. So I have zero doubt.
I'm so
teams are starting to respect that even more.
I miss what we were talking about.
Where are you seeing?
Hold on.
I have how he got him.
Bounce back with Julian had the tough.
Oh, Julian, got it.
Work how he works and what he can do shooting-wise. So I have zero doubt, and teams are starting to respect that even more.
Victor, what were you seeing? It looked like as the second half went on and they had thrown that zone at y'all, it looked like you figured it out in the middle. What were you seeing when Houston was running that zone?
I was late to the stream. Are we worried about Wemby? No. We shouldn't be worried about Wemby. It's fine. He's doing great. So, nothing to really worry about. Actually, as a matter of fact, this alarm, let's see if I can change the... Can we change the... maybe not right now. Trying to see if I can change the freaking font on it. The font's kind of weird. It's all good.
In the second half.
Oh, I probably should elaborate. Yeah, it seemed like it was pretty rough for Wemby the last few games. I thought this one he looked much better. He adjusted more in the third and the fourth quarter. So yeah, he looked better. It was a few times though, a few turnovers early on that was pretty nasty, but for the most part he was okay. When he gets his opportunities, he can attack.
The lineups changed, and it felt like they wanted to score a little more, so they put more offensive players. So I think their individual defense maybe got diminished because of that. So it was a little more open.
Mark Henry fan? Does he have any weightlifting tips for you?
Actually, he does. Yeah, but it's like I've known Mark Henry since I was a kid, and it's crazy because I hadn't heard his name in a while. But when I heard he was here, yeah, I was excited.
De'Aaron back tomorrow. What are your expectations for him and how he'll help the offense?
My expectations for him are, I trust him. He's an experienced player. I know he will come into the collective. We had to play.
Harrison Barnes probably drinks tap water with his meals. He's probably extraordinarily efficient. He has 1 cup of broccoli, 1 egg, not cooked, just an egg, and no seasoning, because might have too much sodium in it. What else would he eat? Tofu, like you guys said. He would have some tofu. Maybe a bread roll. Maybe a bread roll. That's when he gets a little crazy. Okay, that's when he gets out of the box a little bit, right? That's when he's having a good time. Asparagus, okay, yeah. Fiber one, no. That's too much. That's too much flavor. That's too much flavor. A bread roll though, yeah. No butter though, no butter. But bread roll by itself, that's wild. That's a wild night for Harrison Barnes. Whoa, watch out now.
Is that 8 games without him, and he knows how to fit into a collective. So I don't have any expectations for him. I know he's gonna do well, but I have expectations for myself and for my teammates to like watch some film with him and accompany him, and make sure it goes as smooth as possible and communicate to him.
Do you see him as a player that can make other teams pay for how they're guarding you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's we already have some ways to do it individually and collectively, but he's an incredible individual player, so it would only add to this.
Sorry, we'll take a couple of French.
Come on, C-Biz. Come on. You know I can't say that out loud. Everybody, you can look at his comment though. It's very funny, but I can't. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Yeah, come on, man. Oh, now he hiding. I'm sorry. Oh crap! It's in French. I can't speak French. My family heritage is French, however. If you guys are, if we have any, well, we always do. If any kind French people over in France, or anywhere, if you can just speak France, if you can speak French, you speak French. Once I upload this video, if you can just like put what was said underneath it, I think it helps a lot of people. They actually enjoy that quite a bit. So, yeah, it'll mean the world. But you don't have to do it. It's not like you're getting paid to do anything. So, anyways, good stuff. Good stuff. I guess that's it. You guys mentioned Harrison Barnes, but like,
Harrison, it seems like in the fourth quarter, for Wemby to allow the game to come to him and read.
Y'all said I'm trying to be hip. What is this? What is he doing? What are you doing, Harrison? What are you wearing? At least put the beanie on, my boy. A beanie would actually look good. You add the beanie, it looks good. Come on. Come on, bro. Unk fit. This is not good. It could be good, but you need more. You need something going on. You need a bandana or something. You need a statement piece.
How important is it for him in his growth as a player to be able to process things like that quickly?
No, I think it's been great. Obviously, Vic has faced a variety of coverages early on this season, double teams, box.
I would love to do it because I'm French, but my translation skills are not good. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's some other people that are French that do it all the time. It's a few people that like doing it.
And all that type of stuff. So I think he's done a good job of just being patient, understanding it's a learning process, but still being aggressive and helping us win.
I love his answers, but boy, y'all, I'm getting sleepy.
Games.
Harrison, you shot really well tonight. You had 6 threes.
That's Carolina Teague.
How important was the team's spacing and ball movement in order to help you get those clean shots tonight?
It's everything. I think we do it as a collective. Obviously, Vic is going to command a lot of attention when he gets the ball in ISOs, but for the rest of us, it's how do we make that easier? You know what I mean? How do we make the extra pass, shoot the open shot, crash offensive rebounds, just do it as a collective. So that was the biggest thing we want to do coming into the game tonight.
It was a stretch where you hit a 3 and then took the charge from KD, and that you looked about as fired up as you've been as a Spur. Is that fair to say that was a pretty big deal?
I think there were a few moments last year I was a little fired up. But no, I think just tonight, like I said, I think we just had a bunch of contributions across the board. I think we're just trying to find different ways to have energy, maintain energy. I think coming off the Phoenix and the LA loss, we looked at a lot of areas in which we just didn't bring the competitive intensity that we wanted to. And, it showed up on tape. So I think for us, it was just how do we put that together for 48 minutes tonight, battle through some adversity and just have a clean game from an effort standpoint.
Does that go into the way that game ended in LA the other day and then coming back and finishing a lot stronger this time? Is that kind of the natural progression of this team?
Absolutely. I think early on, obviously, we haven't played a ton of games yet, but
does he know the answers beforehand? He know the answers beforehand. Maintain energy, yeah. Of course. We maintain energy.
Get some big leads and kind of learn how to work through that. And then I think playing in some closer games, just getting better with late game execution. So each of these games has been a little bit different just in terms of what we've needed to do and how we need to execute. But like I said, they're learning processes for us.
Julian is still a young player in this league, and he had a pretty tough moment at the end of the game in LA the other night. For him to bounce back and have the night he had tonight, 6 3-pointers, what's that say about him? And are you guys kind of just happy for him to bounce back the way he did?
I mean, we have all the confidence in the world in Julian. I think when you look back at that game, in that situation, there's no one else we would have won on that floor to shoot those shots. You know what I mean? To shoot those free throws. And I think for him to be able to respond, not only tonight with his play offensively, but I think defensively, what he was able to do, I think he had 4 or 5 steals, and he was just active on the floor. I think a lot of those things fueled the break for us, allowed us to get out in transition. So I think his contributions, obviously people look at the offensive side of it and say, okay, you missed a shot here and you made shots tonight, so you must feel good. But I think defensively, he did so many things tonight that really helped us.
Good morning.
I feel like you needed to say anything to him.
Oh my God, he's still talking.
Or is he just the guy kind of guy that just flushes it and moves on?
I mean, we told him. I mean, it was
Grown man with a silk pillow. Yes,
We
sir.
want Devin to shoot
You got to
the ball.
experiment. Get out of your comfort zone. You're missing out.
High level of confidence. You know what I mean? And I think
Missing out.
Tonight was a great indication of that.
You mentioned the steals and getting out on the break. 15 steals tonight. Like, is that the sort of defensive identity and
Exactly.
and kind of ball?
See, Phyllis understands. Phyllis understands. The silk pillow is essential. It is absolutely essential for hair maintenance. It's essential. Okay, Chandler, I don't know your race, but me personally, as a black man, your hair can get really frizzy. You know what I'm saying? It can get really frizzy. If you got a bonnet on, you got a do-rag on, it falls off. You need a silk pillow. You just need it. You just need a silk pillow. And we don't take a lot of time to get ready in the morning. Let's just be honest. Let's be real. Right? You just be real. You need the silk pillow. Nah, it's just hot. Okay, real talk. It is hot. It does get hot. That's why you keep the AC down, okay? I keep that AC about 60, 65, 64, 65. If it's cold outside, oh man, I'm having the time of my life. I'm having the time of my life. I'm like Harrison Barnes when he gets a bread roll. That's like the most spice he gets out of his life. That is the most spice I get out of my life when it's cold outside. I'm having a good time because I'm turning the AC off and it's just nice and chilly. What's up? Polyester creates too much static. Silk, hemp, or 100% cotton only. Okay, Larry, you know a little bit too much about this. Are you like a pillow salesman? Like, what was that? All right. Cold. Yeah, I like it cold, bro. I like it cold like my heart. Like my heart. You're so salty about Barnes going off tonight. Not cool, bro. Harrison Barnes is great. And we all know Harrison Barnes is great. Okay? He's great. I love Harrison Barnes. I was very excited. Check out Dak's music. Okay, I was about to say something I probably shouldn't say on YouTube. There's a lot of things I'd rather do than check out Dak's music. It's Dax! Also, screw Dax because he's actually corny, but like he makes other people put like certain rappers in his category of corniness. And it's like, no, you're talking about rappers that sometimes have corny moments, but aren't corny. Like Hobson isn't corny. Like, he has corny moments. He has a corny song here and there, but he's not corny. Dax is corny. He's just overall corny. Okay? Logic can be corny, but he's not corny. Like, he has plenty of music, at least in his past and his discography, where he's not corny. I hate that. I hate that they throw all these other rappers in the mix of Dax. Dax is corny by himself. Stop trying to throw Hobson in there. Hobson was fire back in the day. Yeah, stop trying to throw Hobson in there. Logic is corny, Clan. What do you mean? I said earlier in his discography, okay? Logic has enough in his discography where I can say that he is not Dax level of corny. He can be corny, but he's not Dax level of corny. You're afraid. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying. Yeah, clock strikes 12. Midnight arrives. It's so stupid. It's so bad. Oh, exactly. Yeah, they've been saying Eminem is corny because of Dax. Yeah, they're like, this is Eminem's fault. It's like, dude, okay, Eminem today is only corny when he's referring to Slim Shady, because I feel like him today has completely forgot what Slim Shady was. But if you go back and listen to Slim Shady, there's nothing corny about him. He's crazy, but he's lyrically incredible and he's funny. Like, it's nothing corny about Slim Shady. People see Eminem today and he has these corny moments here or there. And then when he was referring to Slim Shady, he forgot what Slim Shady was. So he comes across as really corny. Like Guilty Conscience 2, there's parts of it I liked, but overall that was corny. It was like, what are you doing? That was corny. But yeah. Is Clan high? No. What? What? Huh? I'm just saying it's levels to corniness, okay?
With this defense and Victor, especially with Victor behind y'all and being able to play up and aggressive?
Yeah, I think in general, we want teams to feel our presence defensively. I mean, I don't know the last time I've had, a combined 10 fouls in 2 games, right? Like, it's just a different level of physicality that we want to.
Jid and K-Dot, yeah, they're dope.
Try to bring a different level of disruptiveness that we want to try to bring as a group. And defensively, I think that's more where our focus has been in the preseason, and now just how we can influence games on that end of the floor and allow that to fuel our offense, as opposed to in the past, we let, made shots, dictate our effort on defense.
You guys have been fouling a lot. Like Vic keeps
Fan of Playboy Cardi? No, I never understand what he's saying.
Is that just part of the mindset that you guys are being so aggressive?
I don't like mumble rap.
If we commit fouls, whatever, we got to play this way.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big consistent message that Rich has had is, don't take down your aggressiveness because of fouls. We have a lot of bodies. I think that's one of the great things about our team is we have a lot of depth. But I think holding that standard of
Jid
we want to be physical.
Jid's incredible, bro. You should listen to Jid with Eminem on Fuel and Animals. But although I don't like Eminem's voice that he did, it's very obvious they did something with his voice. But Animals, both verses are crazy. Well, Fuel is better. Fuel's a better song though.
Be disruptive, and if that results in fouls and guys getting in foul trouble and or fouling out,
for a couple
that's
decades.
Part of the process, but
I was
don't
letting
take
that text
plays
break
off trying to
that day when I met Drake.
That part of it.
Here and back to how do you see things changing with him?
I mean, I think we're all obviously excited, but what he brings to the table.
Essays.
Wait, on both ends of the floor will only, I think, enhance.
Just be a rapper and leave out the P.
Did he? Get him out there. Let him get adjusted. Let him get his legs back underneath.
Fuel remix was okay.
It's still the same standard that we have to uphold defensively. With him coming back, obviously he's going to bring a lot offensively, but that's the same defensively.
Don't know why I just can't get into M's cadence when he raps. There's a lot of different eras of M. Eminem nowadays is very mechanical because I feel like he already kind of told his story and now he's just challenging himself on how he can put puzzle pieces together and clever wordplay. Which, if you're an M fan and you listen to a lot of them, you're cool with it, right? You enjoy it for the most part. I really love Eminem's music. I think he's still the best in the game, or bar for bar. No one's touching his wordplay and the multitude of metaphors he throw into, even the course of 8 bars. You just get so many of them, and so many double, triple entendres. He still does it. He's incredible. But if you're not into that cadence, I understand. But if you go back to old Eminem, a lot of people like old Eminem, because I think he was more focused on how the music sounds while still having very catchy beats, very great rhymes. But I don't know, it was a little bit of venom behind what he was saying, but his cadence was a little bit more fun to follow, I think. It was easier to listen to, I think, for a normal hip hop fan. So yeah, I don't know what you listen to, Andrew, but I definitely would go back to Marshall Mathers LP, listen to Who Knew. That's probably my favorite song on that album, honestly. I know it's a lot of hits on that album, but Who Knew? I never knew I knew I. That song's hard. I don't care what anybody say. I don't do black music. I don't do white music. I make fight music for high school kids.
Vic drew a ton of attention in the fourth, and you guys both got a lot of open threes, and especially with regard to some huge offensive glass crashes that really win the game. You guys have talked kind of like in preseason, early in the season, about trying to understand what Vic is doing so you guys understand how to play off of him. Do you feel like you're starting to finally get there?
Yeah, I think it's a process. I think
I heard the AI Eminem Motown songs. I'm actually really disturbed by that because of how good it sounds. I don't like how good it sounds. Knowing that it's made by AI gives me like a icky feeling. I really wish it was humans that made it. I guess humans did make it, but still, it's like I hate how good it sounds though. Just be real with you.
The player, I think Vic is still trying to understand, what works best for him, where his spots are, what he wants based off what the game presents him. And I think as a collective, we're trying to understand.
And honestly, it is a little bit of AI though, because the singing part, okay, that's impressive, but like the beat, they just did like a typical 50s beat. And I feel like if it was like true just humans going through it and making the beat, then you would hear a little bit of what's from the original song. But it seemed like they didn't do that. It seemed like it was just, here's the lyrics, and then the instrumental is nothing like the original song, which I feel like a human would have made it a little bit more authentic to that song, whereas the AI made it just a 50 song with the lyrics to it. I hate AI, but the Mini-Men, yeah. Funny story, 50 Cent didn't even like that song, apparently. I found something out. I gotta say something. Hold on.
And how do we maximize that? He's going to draw two. He's going to, if not, he's going to score easily. But how do we continue to maximize good shots, efficient shots, shots that allow us to be able to get rebounds and allow us to play our game? So it's a process, but I think we're getting better at it.
All right. I listened to all of it, but, obviously we're talking about other stuff. One thing that's crazy. So I'm from Memphis. You guys know this. And I was a big fan as a kid, which I had no business listening to him, of Lil White. And I found something out, and I said, what? What? I found out his song, Oxycontin. He didn't like it. He didn't even want to rap about it. As a kid, I was of the impression, which, I mean, he's still around today. So, like, I think just a few years ago, I was like, he's still rapping. Was he really on as many drugs he said he was? And come to find out, what actually happened was when he was making this song, he wasn't going to make the song. He had no, like, plan to make the song. And Juicy J, he came into the studio and he said he took Oxycontin the night before. And he was like, man, that was crazy. I'm never doing that again. And Juicy J came in and he was like, rap about it. And he basically told him, like, rap about that and rap about a bunch of other drugs. That's what you should do. And then that's what the album became, just an album about drugs. And I did not know that because he rapped it so well. Yeah, you didn't know that. Yeah, he rapped it so well. You thought, yeah, that's just his lifestyle. No, he actually didn't want the album to be that. But these lyrics, he was so good, bro. Go on, slip me 2 Xanax bars. I'm ready to get full. Fit the crown to wash it down. I'm downtown, snapping rules. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm fact to mentally deranged. Oxycontin in my system, man. I'm feeling kind of strange. So good. Watch me choke about that boat. Oh, about that dope. Blueberry from Texas. You want to get up in rotation. That's too bad because I'm stressing. By now it's 1:30 a.m. 11 Percocets just into me. 15 minutes from the second, I'll be crawling on my knees, laughing at the crowd of all the clowns that be surrounding me. Take another Lord tab to calm me down and let me see. So good, bro. Funny story, I was listening to this song like every day, and I used to work at a pharmacy. I felt so guilty, bro. I would listen to this song. Oxycontin, Xanax bars, Percocets, and Lord tab. Violence, morphine patches, ecstasy, and it's all up for grabs. What you want? What you need? Hit me up, I got you, man. What you want? What you need? Hit me up, I got you, man. Now I'll pull up and go and go sell some drugs. Real talk, I used to listen to this song on my way to the pharmacy. Scarecrow, what's that? You poppin' a powerful pill they call Oxycontin. I feel like the best song from him is We Ain't Playing. Next time y'all in the gym, turn on We Ain't Playing. I promise you're gonna have a good time. Turn on We Ain't Playing. And wait till you get to the last verse. Oh my God. I got a million categories to do this. And have been bottled building up throughout this. Get combined with the good. I think I like the ending of it. Wait, maybe it's the second verse I'm thinking of. Hold on. Right. No more joking legally. Roasting you won't on the track is tight. You ain't scared. We ain't scared. Yeah, let's get it out the door. Got your unit. Let's go do it. I ain't got no time for. Think we playing? We ain't playing. And we can do this 10 on 4. With all this animosity around me, I'm about to explode. I think this is his best. I think this is his best song. He kills these verses. Asterisk. Bye, Chandler. Sorry, I'm getting ready to get off anyways. DJ Paul and Juicy J were beasts on their 6 CDs. They were so good, bro. I'm a big fan of Chucky, and they have a Chucky song. Not a Chucky song, but they got a song where they use the Child's Play beat. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that was on an album. Wait, what song is that? 3 6 Mafia Child's Play beat. Dude, if that's on, what is it? Is it Mafia? Wait, have fun a sec. Gangsta Boo's on that song? Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Oh, is it literally Mafia? Hold on, let me see if it's on Spotify. Mafia. 3 6 Mafia. It is on here. Hold on, I gotta mute my mic so I can. Sorry. Yeah, it's on there. I'm just excited that the song is on there. Yeah, sorry. Quasimodo. Yeah, I've heard him before. Quasimoto. I've heard him before. Big Sean. I'm not a big fan of Big Sean. That's what I said before, but it was. Yeah. Are you a fan of Yellow Wolf? Yeah, I like Yellow Wolf. I'm not like a huge fan of Yellow Wolf, but I like Yellow Wolf. Don't make me pop the trunk on you. Think he playing? He ain't playing, punk. Don't make me pop the trunk on you. Thoughts on Lil B Clan? I have no thoughts on Lil B. I Show Will with Lil Fit Flip put me on white. I Show Will. Hold on. I don't know if I know that song. I Show Will. Lil Flip and Lil White. 3 6 Mafia. I need to go back and listen to these 3 6 Mafia albums. All right, hold on. Oh my God, I keep muting myself. God, sorry. Yeah, I said that song makes me want to fight somebody, and I just added it to my list. The show wheel. Cocash, I never heard them. I was saying that I need to go back and watch or listen to 3 6 Mafia. I realized that like my cousin was a big fan of 3 6 Mafia. I didn't actually listen to a lot of, like, I knew 3 6 Mafia, but I didn't listen to a bunch of their stuff. They did a great job with Hustle and Flow, by the way. I don't even know any of these rappers, not gonna lie. And it's one of those like more local things. Like Lil White, like you had to really be in hip hop in the early 2000s to know who Lil White is. You know? He's like the equivalent of like, you know how King Kylie is like somewhat big if you're in the area of like Houston and Texas? No, San Antonio, Texas. But outside of that, you might not have heard of him. He's like that. Lil White's like that. Like more underground. You said Cocash. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that's even. All right, let me listen to this Cocash. Hold on, I gotta mute you guys. Wait, I already muted the desktop. I don't have to mute anything. I'm gonna listen to this. I wish I could just react to music on YouTube, bro. Y'all, this is hard. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I wish I could just react to music on YouTube with no issues. This is hard, bro. Oh my God, this is hard. He was at the draft watch party. I seen him around. King Kylie's a nice guy. I was DMing him one time because I was trying to send a. It was so crazy, bro. Because I told him, I sent him a message and I said, "Hey, I'm trying to send you a shirt for free. You know, if you could like wear it at a Spurs game, just wear it when you're out and about. That would be cool." He was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And he gave me the address and he said, "All right, I'll get one of my women to pick it up." I was like. I mean, I'm not getting him in any trouble. He's married. I think he's married now and everything. This is way back when. And I was like, your women? Yeah, I'll just get one of my women to pick it up. He said something else, but he's like, I'll just get one of my women to pick it up. I was like, rappers really live like that. Like, what do you? It was so casual. Like, oh yeah, this is just what I do. I was like, what? Hold on, I gotta add Cocash. All right, added Cocash. Whew. All right, I'll talk to you guys for a minute while I upload this. Actually, I'm gonna play this in my earphones. Sohan definitely listen to UK drill. Unfortunately, he doesn't have good. Okay, I can't say that because I'm not from UK, but like, I do not like their music. Hold on, sorry, I got the song playing. I was just listening to a lyric he said. What did he say? He said, I'm from Memphis, not Tennessee. that makes no sense, but that makes a lot of sense at the same time. You following Sohan's playlist? No, it was like one of those things where, like, maybe a couple years ago, he was posting music on his story, and I caught it, and I was just like, I hate this music. My pocket's fat, need a tummy tuck. You know, certain rap lyrics aren't that good by themselves, but if you give like a bunch of punchlines back to back to back to back to back to back to back, even if they're really small punchlines, it makes the overall rap stronger. You know, I feel like that's something that Lil Wayne was really good at doing. And he still can do it, but he used to do that a lot. Like, he'll give you like a bunch of little punchlines over and over and over and over, and on like by themselves, any of them individual, they might not be that great, but the fact that he gave you like 50 of them makes it more impressive. I remember one song he said all my boys wanna F, and she gonna let us like a salad bar. And it's like, that's not that impressive, but that song was filled with little punchlines in it. There's your age talking again. What? That's just rap, man. That works with everything. You act like I'm saying here like rap was so much better back then. I don't actually believe that. I think mainstream rap was better. But I don't think that rap overall was just better, because there's so many underground rappers and that have a platform that wouldn't have had a platform back then, you know? Remember, my dad said like rap was better back then. I listened to some of his rap. I'm like, no, it wouldn't. A hip, a hop, a hippity hop hop. Oh, oh, oh. I don't want to hear that. I went to the store and I bought a hat. I walked to my car, then I saw a cat. Gave the cat a little pat, pat, rat-a-tat-tat. Then the cat took a little nap. Nobody want to hear that. I hear that nonsense. I'll take gangster music any day of the week. Oh. Rappers delight his clan's music. Stop. Come on, man. Don't disrespect me like that. Come on. Give me a hip, a hop, a hippity hop hop. Oh, 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 oh. They always do the oh, 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 oh. I don't want to hear that. Get that off my speakers. Out of my earphones. Give me some real hip hop. Give me some of that Eminem. I ain't gonna eat, I ain't gonna sleep, ain't gonna breathe till I see what I wanna see. And what I wanna see is you go to sleep in the dirt. Permanently, you just being hurt. This ain't gonna work for me, cause it wouldn't be sufficient enough. So we are just gonna be enemies as long as we breathe. I don't ever see any others or either of us coming to terms where we can't agree. There ain't gonna be no reason speaking with me. You speak in my seat with me, don't speak English. We're gonna beef and keep on beefing unless you're gonna agree to meet with me in the flesh and settle this face to face. So you're gonna see a demon unleash in me that you never seen. And you're gonna see this gangster pee on himself. I see you D12, but thanks for me, need no help. You knew this when I'm on my lonely. I don't need 15 of my homies. When I'm seeing you, I'm seeing you. Me and you only. We never met, but best believe you gonna know me when I'm this close to see you exposed as phony. Till I collapse? No, that's Go to Sleep. That is Go to Sleep. Say that I'm not killing them. I'm not killing them. And I'm just not hip hop. I'm just not Eminem. I don't know another Eminem song that I know like word for word. I know you miss your mom, and I know you miss your dad, but I'm gone. I'm trying to give you a life that I never had. I can see you sad, even when you smile, even when you laugh. I can see it in your eyes. Deep inside, you want to cry, because I ain't there. Daddy's here. Daddy's with you in your prayers. No, I didn't listen. No, I listened to it. I listened to some of it. It was pretty good. I didn't listen to the whole thing, though. With DMX? Yeah, with DMX. Burn in hell, but don't deserve to be. People, I didn't even know that want to murder me. Because they heard of me. It's one DMX song. I used to know the whole, like, Lord, give me a sign. I really need to talk to you, Lord, because the last time we talked, the walk has been hard. See, I know you haven't left me, but I feel like I'm alone. I'm a big boy now, but I'm still not grown. And I'm still going through it. Pain and the hurt. Soaking up. Shovel like, wait, that wasn't it, right? Like rain in the dirt. And I know only I can stop the pain with just a mention of my Savior's name. In the name of Jesus. I'm not religious, but I like that song. DMX was cold. DMX was dope, bro. I was crazy about those songs. That's like, I know this is like a weird niche, and it might not make sense to people that don't know hip hop, but like that niche of praying in a song, and you're like you've done some really bad things. I don't know how to explain it. It's like they've done some really bad things, and like usually it's playing over like kind of a choir church type beat, not like gospel or nothing, but you guys know what I'm saying? Like Tupac's Hail Mary. Hail Mary, come quick see. Those types of songs where it's like death is coming, you know? I love those. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Eminem still do it. He did it with crap. What's the song on Music to Be Murdered By? It's the first song on the album, but it's like you can hear him digging up. He's digging up dirt, and it got that kind of like dark theme to it, like slipping, tripping, slipping. I can't get up. Nah. It's a little like it's songs that's a little bit more like hardcore, I think, than slipping. It's like this whole like I kill people, the devil's coming after me. Forgive me, God. it's like that type of music. I don't know. It's that type of music. Like what's a DMX song? DMX did it like in his whole album, the biggest album of his career. He did it. What's the song? Look through my eyes. This song. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna play it on my earphones. I know you guys won't be able to hear it, which that's the point. Make sure I know how to go. Look through my eyes, see what I see. They always start off with like some like random Bible verse. Many Men is like that. Judge not, lest you judge first, yeah. But don't deserve to be. I don't even know who want to murder me just because they heard of me. And they know that the dark is for real. The bark is for real. When you see the spark that'll kill. It's like a really dark theme, dark beat. And the whole, like, in the undertones of it is like, God, forgive me for what I'm about to do, you know? UK drill. That's still on the screen. I wish I could just play music while we're live. Unfortunately, I can't do that. You know, I used to do that when we were on Instagram, and then Instagram made it where you can't do that anymore. I was going through a bunch of music. And they stopped it. Predict the score. I expect the Spurs to win like by 30. They should win by like 30. They should whoop on them with having Fox back. It should be like a butt whooping. But we'll see. All right, guys, I'm hopping off. I appreciate the love. I did the thumbnail while I was talking to you. It's going to be uploaded tomorrow. We'll go live tomorrow night. I love all of you. You have a great night. Goodbye.